Hey, aloha. This is Ronnie Margolis with EXP and the agency Margolis team Kauai. And this is our September market update coming to you here in mid-October, where we go over the numbers, interpret them, and hopefully give you some insights into our market here at Kauai, whether you're thinking about buying or selling. We're here to give you all the information you might possibly need to make an informed decision. So with that, let's take a look at the numbers. So far this year, through 3/4 of the year, our sales activity is down just a little bit. Median prices kind of stable. And as you'll see in a later slide, a few more days on the market. So more days on the market means a slightly slower market, and again, somewhat biasing to give the buyers a little bit more leverage. If you take a look year-over-year comparison, 12% decrease in total closed sales compared to September of last year. Single-family homes down 15% compared with 68 versus 80. And condos down 8% year-over-year. And the condo inventory, as we've said over the last few months, definitely has some headwinds in terms of cost of insurance, special assessments, and things like that. Take a look here at the median price, and you'll see despite the slower sales, and some months have a little more momentum than other, but traditionally the last 3 years have been relatively slow, as they have been on the mainland. But the prices are holding here. You can see the median price, that lighter blue line, up slightly, condominium prices up slightly, and the overall market, well, up slightly. Inventory is an interesting thing. So these are the stats analyzed for the entire island of Kauai. And so kind of globally speaking, if you will, there's 4.2 months of inventory. That's up from 3.1 months of inventory this time last year. There's 35% more inventory compared to last year. And it says we kind of have a balanced market in terms of months of inventory. However, when you break it down into our resort markets, specifically the North Shore, Princeville, the South Shore, Aloha, and Poipu, where so many of the vacation rentals are, there's more months of inventory, somewhere between 8 and 9 months of inventory. And again, the same dynamics apply. Prices have risen a lot over the last few years, but so have the cost of ownership. And therefore, the value proposition for buyers becomes a little more challenging unless they are able to get the proper deal that allows them to build a successful vacation rental business as well as appreciation within their asset. Total dollar volume, well, slightly down from last year, year-over-year change of 10.5%. Days on market, again, the more days on market, the more things start to sway a little bit more towards the buyers. Although, as I often say, there are homes that are on the market and homes that are in the market. So a lot of sellers like to put their homes on the market with the mindset of if I can get this price, I'm going to sell it. But of course, you as the buyer don't necessarily care about what your friends say, what the county says, what the seller needs, what the seller wants. You want to pay fair market value price. And if it's not priced at fair market value, then it's going to stay on the market for more days. And you can see over the last year, going from, what do we got here? 28 days, right? Last September, days on market. And then all the way up to a year later, 47 days. Not a big jump, but, numerically, it's almost doubled, right? Again, slight change in terms of room to negotiate. And sometimes you'll see, especially with the more expensive properties where there's the least amount of demand, I'm talking about 4 or 5 million, discounts more significant than a 2.5% discount. because there aren't as many buyers in the marketplace. And if you're looking for a luxury property, you definitely have more leverage in today's market. So 125 new listings in September. That's up from 120 last year, and we've seen a slow rising of inventory. Again, nothing to significantly affect our pricing. And so what are the takeaways? Well, we've gone over this before, and I'll continue to reiterate the same message. If you happen to be in the marketplace, you got more negotiating power if you're a buyer. And of course, it depends on the seller's motivation, if they need it for putting money into something else. You can take your time, you can look for good opportunities, and inventory, albeit slowly, continues to build. For sellers, if you're in the marketplace, we encourage you to price competitively from day one and be flexible. Recognize there aren't as many buyers in the marketplace, and when we have a solid buyer that's well qualified, that really your property is a good fit, it's important that you consider the opportunity that's there in front of you and listen to the market feedback, right? I often say we don't make the market, realtors, we interpret the market. And when you see some of these properties sitting on the market for 100 days, 200 days, 700 days, 2 years, well, that only really means one thing: the seller's being unrealistic. And that's basically the report here in mid-October. If you have any specific questions on any particular segment of the marketplace, whether you're looking to move here and retire, certainly love to tell you the pros and cons of living on the beautiful garden island of Kauai with our 63 white sandy beaches and only 3 hospitals throughout the island. So there are pros and cons. If you're looking for an investment here, we can help you analyze that so you can make an informed decision. And again, my team and I are here to deliver the best level of service we can. With that, hope you enjoy the fall as we go into it. I suppose have a happy Halloween. And this is Ron Margolis, the agency Margolis Team Kauai, saying a hui ho and aloha from the beautiful Garden Island.